what's going on? It's me, Miss Shug, hanging out right here. Check it out. Little Mermaid 2-disc Platinum Edition release with the star. This is Ariel. Jodi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Sugar. I'm doing great. I'm having so much fun in Toronto. I haven't been here in years, and everybody's just so great and sweet. I met precious little girls out front, so I'm excited that they're getting to come in and see the movie.
Well, this is so exciting. Little Mermaid, definitely my favorite movie of all time. I'm like, I have to go. I am going. Everybody else that wanted to interview, I'm like, sorry, it's my thing. So, The Little Mermaid, like I said, greatest movie. What was that like for you? Did you do this movie and know that it was going to be as big as it was going to be?
You know, absolutely not. It was a huge surprise when we did the read-through and we did all the recordings and things. It wasn't until the first screening that I thought, wow, this movie's really special. But then when it actually came out and they hit us hard with all this publicity and traveled all over, we had no idea. And that movie has changed my life. I mean, every job and every opportunity, everything that's happened to me and my family has been because of this film. So we are forever grateful.
Oh, that is so amazing. And you held on to that role of Ariel. You played her in every role that Ariel was ever in.
So we're still going strong. It's a Princess Mania right now. So we just did a CD. We just did a new Princess Stories DVD. We have a Mermaid 3 album, a Mermaid 3 movie coming out with new music. And so it's my weekly job, you know. And people say, oh, are you done with it? I'm like, oh, no. We're going strong. So she's alive and well.
Definitely. Now, in the movie, do you have a favorite scene? Like watching a scene, did you have a favorite scene?
Well, of course, I'm going to say my favorite in the original movie would be Part of Your World. I mean, Glenn Keane animated that so breathtakingly beautifully. He's a genius, by far the best animator on the planet. And I'm just so fortunate and so blessed that he was able to bring Ariel to life. And so, of course, I'm going to say Part of Your World is my favorite scene.
Me too. I remember growing up, of course, I love that song. Even before I came here today, I was singing it the whole time. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Oh, I've practiced that song many times. And I used to sit in my room, and when I was in trouble, I used to sing that song, you know, and pretend like I was in the scene. I just wanted to get on land. Anyways, touching for me.
That's so sweet. You know, it's neat because I've traveled. In fact, I was talking to the directors, Ron and John, last night at dinner, and I said, you know, you realize that you make a movie like this, and people say, oh, it's this cute little cartoon, but they really have no idea that it has touched so many people's lives and in so many different ways. And I cannot tell you the stories, and I need to write a book on it actually, about all the children and the parents that I've met where this has been instrumental in them as far as healing them if they were a burn victim. I've got one little boy who's now 22, and he was severely autistic, never spoke a word, and he learned to speak his first word by watching the movie. I met his mother just recently in San Diego, and it was just, you know, so you realize, oh, we're doing these little movies, but for some people it is a point in their life that they'll never forget.
What was the journey like to becoming Ariel for you? How did you get to that point?
Well, from the beginning of the audition stage, I was doing Broadway musicals. I mean, that was always my passion, was the Broadway stage. So I was doing a Broadway show, and Howard Ashman was my director. So he invited all of the girls in the cast to audition for the movie. And about a year later, I got a call that they had selected my voice. But I had never been behind a microphone before. I didn't know the first thing that I was doing, and so I was pretty overwhelmed and very scared the first couple of days. So it took me a while to kind of get into it and get rid of the whole stage life and just think about the studio. And obviously that movie has just transformed everything for me, and it's just been such a great journey.
I love the movie. I'm a voice actress myself, and
I can tell you've got a great voice.
Yeah, so meeting you was like a huge thing for me. And you know, I look at your career and all of the different voices you've played, and I think that could have been my career. For example, Thumbelina.
That's right.
Perfect.
You are perfect for Thumbelina. You are absolutely perfect, and you wouldn't have to do any alterations or anything. Yeah, all the different characters are so fun. I enjoy getting to get a sketch of a character is just a thrill for me, because then you can really take a look at it and start to come up with it. And for Disney, one of the things I get to do that's really fun is I get to actually revoice and do sound-alikes for people that have passed away or people that no longer working for the company. So
like
that's
Belle, you did a few Belle voices Yes,
I
didn't
do
you?
a few things for Paige, and then I do Lady and the Tramp after Barbara Luddy passed away. So I really enjoy those sound-alikes because they're quite challenging. And for the studio, it's been fun because when I sent my things in for Lady and the Tramp, they were like, "Oh, Jodi, you're so sweet, and you're Ariel. You'll always be Ariel." So we kind of got that, and so we sent my package separate. My agent submitted it, and they kind of listened to it and really didn't know who it was. And they called my agent, "This person is a dead-on match for Barbara Luddy," and she goes, "That's Jodi." And they were like, "Oh my goodness." So at that point, they kind of opened up their eyes to let me do some other characters for our company, besides Ariel, which I'm very proud of. But it's always fun to be able to stretch and do some other things too.
Now we are, of course, at the premiere of the re-release of the movie, which is so exciting. I'm going to be sitting in the theater, and I will sing along to the songs.
Okay.
Would you sing along to the songs sitting there, you think?
Actually, I don't. It's really funny when I'm watching my work up on the screen. I sort of just go away and I forget that it's me. So that's a sign of a good film because you don't want to pick out your voice and sit there and critique it. I really do get caught up in the movie. Now I've only seen it one time in the last 9 years on a big screen. We saw it at the LA screening, so I'm going to actually enjoy getting to see it again today because, like I said, I don't get to see it very often on a big screen like this with the great sound. So.
Well, this is so exciting, and thank you so much for coming on YTV and on The Zone. We just love you, and Ariel is just such a huge part of our life.
And I just say bye-bye. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Hear that? It's incredible.